Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. The Judgment Day is mourning at present following Carlito's WWE exit. Meanwhile, the bad news could keep coming for the group if Pearce decides to step in and punish the group for their lack of title defenses. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan haven't defended their women's tag team championships on Raw since they won them back in April. The only title defense that the two women have is from NXT the following day, which means it has been 6 weeks since their last defense. Originally, Liv Morgan was granted time away from the company to film a new movie in Japan. However, she has been back for several weeks now, but has spent her time trying to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match, rather than defending the title she already has. Mysterio made an outrageous comment recently. More details here. Morgan isn't the only one at fault here. Mysterio is edging closer to the 30 days that WWE made as a rule back in 2013, since he last defended his title at Backlash on May 10th. Mysterio isn't scheduled to defend his title at Money in the Bank, which means if he doesn't put the title on the line on Raw next week, then he will also have exceeded the 30 days. WWE needs to push the Judgment Day to defend their titles more. WWE has a lot of championships on the main roster at present, and a lot of premium live events coming up. Night of Champions at the end of the month should see many titles defended, but the company should be sticking to the rule that it created. Whilst feuding with Daniel Bryan back in 2013, Triple H made it clear that Bryan couldn't be champion if he couldn't defend the title every 30 days. This was the reason to strip him of the World Championship, which should have continued over the last decade. Philippa is a WWE writer for Sportskeeda. She is also a mother, wrestler, dancer, former actress, and a Seth Rollins fan. She is a retired wrestler, dancer, and at one time enjoyed boxing. Philippa has tried her hand at all aspects of the wrestling business in the past, including booking, promoting, refereeing, commentating, ring announcing, and wrestling. Throughout her time in Sportskeeda, she has become known for picking up botches and sharing them. Philippa's favorite wrestler is Seth Rollins, but will allow her head to be turned by any high-flying superstar. She also once had a dream that Drake Maverick was her father. This is yet to be confirmed by the man himself. Outside of the world of spandex and screwjobs, Philippa likes to watch football, supports Stoke City, and is a huge fan of Judd Trump. In recent weeks, the Judgment Day has continued to operate as one of WWE's most dominant and polarizing factions. Featuring Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley, the group has maintained a strong hold on both Raw and SmackDown, wreaking havoc across brands with little concern for authority. However, recent developments may finally bring the faction under serious scrutiny. WWE official Adam Pearce, who has frequently been caught in the crosshairs of superstars over the past year, is rumored to be preparing disciplinary action against the Judgment Day for violating a long-standing WWE rule, one that strikes at the core of brand integrity and fair competition. Let's break down the circumstances, the rule allegedly broken, and what a potential announcement from Pearce could mean for the future of the Judgment Day and WWE at large. What rule did the Judgment Day allegedly break? The WWE Draft, which takes place annually, has long been used to solidify brand lines between Raw and SmackDown. Once a superstar is drafted to a brand, they are typically restricted to appearing on that show only, unless they hold titles that are recognized across brands, like the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships or the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles, prior to being split. This separation is a fundamental rule in WWE storytelling, maintaining the illusion of brand exclusivity and allowing for rivalries and rosters to develop uniquely. However, the Judgment Day, despite primarily being Raw superstars, have repeatedly crossed over to SmackDown without explanation. Even when not defending championships or involved in cross-brand storylines approved by Pearce or Nick Aldis, SmackDown general manager, they've interfered in matches, launched ambushes, and manipulated outcomes. This blatant disregard for brand separation is what many believe could trigger disciplinary action. The most recent example occurred when Pearce and Dominic Mysterio appeared on SmackDown to interfere in a #1 contenders match involving Kevin Owens. Their attack not only cost Owens the opportunity, but also sparked outrage from both fans and fellow superstars, who saw the interference as an abuse of power and influence. Pearce's role and why he may act now. Pearce has been in a challenging position for years, often serving as the face of WWE authority during some of the most chaotic periods in recent memory. While he has typically tried to manage factions like the Bloodline and Judgment Day through negotiation and warnings, the landscape has changed in 2025. With increasing fan criticism over inconsistent enforcement of rules, Pearce may finally be compelled to make an example out of someone, and the Judgment Day might be his ideal target. There are a few reasons Pearce may act now. Protecting brand integrity. With WWE trying to re-establish clear brand divisions post-draft, enforcing the rules would signal a return to structure. Sending a message to all factions, not just Judgment Day, but groups like Imperium, the LDO, and Damage CTRL would be put on notice that chaos has limits. Shifting the balance of power. With the Bloodline storyline undergoing transformation, WWE may want to rebalance the heel dominance and give room for newer factions or babyface teams to emerge. What could the punishment be? If Pearce does announce disciplinary action, WWE could use several creative routes, both kayfabe and storyline driven, to make the consequences matter. 1. Suspensions or fines. WWE could use a suspension without pay storyline for one or more members of the Judgment Day. While temporary, this would generate sympathy for whoever is affected, likely Dominic Mysterio, and potentially start internal dissent in the group. 2. Stripping of title opportunities. Should Pearce still be holding the World Heavyweight Championship, or if Rhea Ripley is set to return soon and reclaim her spot, Pearce could block their access to title matches. Removing contender status could spark tensions in the faction as each member scrambles to restore power. 3. Cross-brand ban. Pearce could formally ban the Judgment Day from appearing on SmackDown. While they'd still be active on Raw, the loss of influence would hit hard. It could also set up scenarios where they defy the ban, triggering further consequences. 4. Forced tag match with stakes. WWE may book the Judgment Day in a high-stakes tag team match, Edge versus Kevin Owens and a surprise partner, with the stipulation that a loss will cost them a spot in an upcoming PLE, premium live event. How this plays into ongoing storylines. The Judgment Day has been dominant for over a year, but seeds of discontent have been slowly growing. Priest's leadership has come into question ever since winning, and cashing in, the Money in the Bank briefcase, Finn Balor's ego, Dominic's constant interference, and Rhea Ripley's injury-related absence have created instability. If Pearce drops a bombshell announcement, it could trigger internal division, members blaming each other for the consequences, alliances with other heels, Judgment Day seeking outside help to maintain their grip on Raw, a face turn. Perhaps one member, most likely Dominic or Balor, grows disillusioned and turns face, creating a major shift in group dynamics. WWE fan reaction and historical context. Fans have long called for more consistent rule enforcement in WWE. In the past, when the Authority, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon ruled WWE, heel factions were often unchecked. However, when figures like Teddy Long or Kurt Angle were in power, they often enforced discipline with classic "you're going one-on-one with the Undertaker"-style authority. If Pearce takes a stand, it could reintroduce a classic trope, the brave GM standing up to villainous forces and reshaping the power structure of WWE television. Conclusion: a tipping point for the Judgment Day? Pearce punishing the Judgment Day would be a pivotal moment in WWE's current creative direction. It would not only address fan frustrations about lack of accountability, but also create new storytelling opportunities. Whether it's through suspensions, brand bans, or high-stakes matches, such a move would signify that chaos, while entertaining, still has limits in WWE. As anticipation builds for Pearce's next move, one thing is clear: The Judgment Day may have crossed a line they can't talk their way out of. And when the consequences come, the ripple effect could shake the very foundations of WWE's power structure.